We're gonna do part 2, finish up with the gauges. The other video on YouTube is taking long, but I guess I'm gonna do it in the computer. I hope that, what do you call that, cooling sensor is not mechanical. If not, then I gotta see if I can get like a T and 2 of these. If not, then I got to order it. This, I think I'm gonna leave it pending. Got to touch the system, but what I want to put today is this. So we're gonna get started. All right, took the door out. Gotta get this out to get this hook. Get a cap. Gotta get the doors off. Those doors are bent. You can tell something fell on this. This thing is missing one of them. I don't know if I'm upgraded to the like regular doors, but we'll see. All this is prototype for now. Later, I'm just gonna make it look nice. Maybe this cable I'll get it longer. This red one, and maybe put like a shutdown valve, the battery one, so I don't have to like do all this all the time. But I don't mind doing this, whatever. But let's get it. One step at a time for now. Maybe I'll upgrade this switch. This, you know, like I told you, prototype, so I didn't want to spend too much money and put the little clip one, the flat one, because this might look like it might break. You know. Yes, sir. Let's get started. Missing one. There it is. It's very heavy. I ain't gonna lie, I was not expecting this. So oil got my attention. So it comes with a fuel filter. I'm not gonna right now do diagnosis on the engine. I don't know. Just wanna put the gauges and then I'll do that. Something tells me it has to do with this thing is probably clogged. So, well, let's see. Let's get started. We're gonna do part 2, finish up with the gauges. The other video on YouTube is taking long, but I guess I'm gonna do it in the computer. I hope that. So I don't have any markers. I left it in the other truck. I gotta buy a spare one. But the tank, the width, approximately fit. Let me see. Got 2 hands. Tank is about 13. Just have it in an angle, but it's approximately 13. 13 by what? $15.5. Nah, that's 17, but that's because I have an angle. But it's 15.5. So it's 15.5 by 13. All right. I'm gonna start doing the hole. Already got everything set up for the blower. Let's get it. All right, got it set up. While you're drilling, you blow air, so the aluminum or the metal is off where it's supposed to be. I think there's a leak there, but all right, let's get started. Do that with 2 hands. It was bent. How the alignment go? It fell. Good thing this thing is big enough. So I'm gonna pick it up, it's right there. Get my hands dirty. I was trying to avoid getting my hands dirty. All right, let's get started. Based on the instruction, I gotta measure it. This thing is 14 and a half. 14 and a half. Based on that, I got and it has 4 inches of fuel. So it's 14 and a half. So that's how it is. So 14 and a half with right here. So that's 8. 8 is this one. It has to be 9 and a quarter. And then B has to be 7 with 3/8. So here's the thing. So the cut was perfect. Thank God. See that? It's perfect. So we're gonna set up that. When you buy it doesn't show, but you gotta know the resistance. Each one is different. This one came with its own gauge, which I'm not gonna use because I'm using the programmer. So I gotta set up the program based on that resistance. It's 240 with 33 ohms. All right, let's get started. We're gonna do part 2, finish up with the gauges. The other video on YouTube is second long, but I guess I'm gonna do it in the computer. I hope that all right, it's cut to 9 inches and a quarter. There it is. I marked it. Sample 100. I gotta upload the other videos because the phone is not working as well as it used to. All right, let's get it started. Quarter. Put the gasket in there. The gasket. Just about right. I thought it wasn't gonna fit. I didn't test it, but it did. It works well. Gotta adjust the gasket. Not so much of faces. Yeah, man, I need to get like a stick camera or something. It came with a regular bolts, but I wouldn't reuse them. You want to use this one. You know the rule, you never finish tight in one because it could like tilt or bend the plate. You just want to introduce them and then you carry on. Forgot to tell you a detail. Look, before I made a hole, this thing has like a triangle shape. You want to put it in the flat part, you know. The other thing I was worrying about is the height of this, and it's just right about that. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cut that tie wrap, put it here, so it gives like that extra height. It's done. I'm gonna run the wires. Thing is already done, so I'm gonna put this wire for last. The way I was thinking about it is in the fuel box. I'm gonna put it right here. What I'm gonna do is like a connection from this one, the other one, and then this one, all in one, and then I'm gonna put a fuse. But all right, let's get it. So here it is. This I tied it for last. You never tied it because this cable can move to position, and you don't want to stress it because you know it's flexible. So all that goes here. The one from the other fuse I did is over there from the other gauge, connects to here. Yellow, it's a lot, says it's bigger, the 12. And then this one over there. So what I do, I always clip them for the cable, and then the main what do you call that, the main row. Before I connect them, I put them here, and then for that I just pull it, so make sure I get the right cut. So now let's do the program. I'm gonna turn the machine on later. Okay, wait, I turned it on. So this one is a 240, the resistance. It's a 240 with 33. The program code is level. So the program code level 240 33, 240 33 ohms. So there's a program, signal 1. Wait, no, messed it up. Gotta do it again. I gotta tap it as soon as you see that so I can go to the signal. There you go, that's 1. And the code is 3. All right, it's programmed. I guess that's what it is. Just let it be. I don't know. Just following the instructions, because you need to program the resistance. Once I do this, I'm gonna turn it on. Maybe it requires, so it's 3, right? Yep. Oh man. Then again, there's a prototype we're just gonna test. This is electricity. Everything works well. All right, so I guess we're gonna turn it on. Maybe it needs a boost, a shake, I don't know. It's a prototype. Can't say much about prototypes. All right. Another thing, I think I'm gonna do a test. I think I'm gonna get the machine right now. Since all this thing might work, might not. I think the alternator is bad. I might end up getting it rebuilt. It would be a truck, I would have put it brand new. Because I thought the amperage was wrong, but once it turns on, it stays on 0. And it takes 30 minutes to charge to 12 volts. So alternator is bad. I'm gonna bring the machine to test it, but meanwhile I'm heating up the fuel and shit. All right, look, I did that. Cut it to make sure it doesn't. We're gonna do part 2. Finish up with the gauges. The other video. Oh, now I know that oil when it comes. When you hold this for too long, it splatters. Weird. I gotta actually study all that. Like this, before I put the other thing, gotta make sure I put the thing back. I don't feel good turning the engine on it like this. There you go. Well, it's gonna come out regardless. to jump. It's good to have this. Whenever you needed somebody to spot you, nobody's gonna spot you. Well, this for like medium trucks, if you're doing for works, then you can buy the one for regular cars. You see if it's boosted up. It's on 11. Should we override it? Let me see. There you go. It's supposed to be blinking. Well, I hear it. So, all right, let's get started. Let's see. Oh, shit, my bad. I gotta do this. It doesn't even require a jump. Let me take this off. I'm there killing the battery, man. I wanna do the test. Almost forgot about this. So you click battery, then you click in vehicle. We're gonna charge the charging system. It's gonna be a rapid. This is already on, so I already left it on idle. That's because it's not charging. The alternator is not charging, man. This battery's good. What you mean? Thing is, like, I have to let it sit for like 10 minutes. Good rechargeable. It's good. All right, this thing is still don't see no signal. All right, and I plugged it in before, but all right, I'm gonna turn it on. I don't know, man. the 40%. 50 is right here. I don't know. I tried it with that one, so 2 goes 100. So I guess we're gonna leave it like that on water. 5 for now. Okay, so 5, which is water, it reads it good. First, I was playing with the ohms program to see which one works. So if you put it directly on 2, it goes to 100, which is just want to see both of them react the same. So you turn it off, and then the pro one starts. It goes 100. So all right, that proves me that it was correct. And then 3 doesn't read it; it reads 0. And yeah, that's it. You see, that's 2. So 3 is supposed to be the main one. I mean, it's in the page that this thing is 240, 33. So you turn it off, and then it resends its signals, and it's on 0. So I guess 5 is the main one. I mean, when I measure, it looks like it is 40%. For now, I'm gonna leave it like that. You know, I wanna see if this thing is mechanical, so I can finish it up the wiring. And I wanna put like the hours as well. Let me see. So I get so. I mean, 40%. Look, it's still hot. This other way, it kind of looks like it's 40%. 50 would be like on the top. So I guess 40, then 30, 20. It kind of makes sense with the 40, but it's water, ohms. I don't know. I'm gonna leave it like that for now. At least I know I got some type of signal. And then so I can start finish up, because I really don't want to spend all day on this today. The water temperature, it does look mechanical. I just wanna, if I couldn't tap it from here, I already knew it was mechanical. It's just the wire, so I guess that's a tube. When it's mechanical, it's usually directly, and it goes here, and that looks to me like a 3/8. The one that I have a 1/2 inch, because I was trying to do some other things with the truck. And I need to get like a T. So we're gonna leave that pending. And this right here is a 1/4. I think this is it's a 1/4. It's a 1/4. This right here is a 3/8. So it's mechanical. So we have here a 1/2 inch. It's 3/8, and that's a 1/4. This one's a 1/2 inch, and that looks like it's a 3/8. So I need to buy tools. I don't want to lose the mechanical one, so I guess lo que tengo que comprar va a ser como una T. Yeah, I gotta get me a T, and then I gotta get me a T, a 3/8 T. So a T8T female. Hopefully I'll be able to get a male and then 2 females. And I guess I gotta get it 3/8 as well. So I got this. This is done for today. What I'm gonna do is add since I have this open, this will lead to the ignition switch, and the ignition switch on the diagram is the one that connects to so I can add the time, the hours clock. So there's a temperature sensor. I don't even know the OEMs of this one, so I guess I gotta guess. You see, it's a 1/8. So what I gotta do is, I gotta get me a T, a male pipes with 2 females, and that looks like it's a 3/8 because this is a 1/2 inch. See, it's bigger, so that's a 3/8. And it requires space, so I guess I could get 2 3/8, so I don't want to spend money. But this has to go, the T has to go this hot, this monofoil. Oh no, this is the hottest part, so this is good. So I guess it has to be somewhere like that, so I can have the sensor, so I can use the other. Personally, I don't like building parts because it's a waste of parts, you know. So this is the idea. I'm just gonna bite the right one, the 3/8 by 2 females 3/8, and that's it. Done deal. Because building parts, you see how much this is a waste of money. We're talking about 3 parts to make one, and these things are expensive. They're not cheap. So I'm gonna leave this pending since I already did my research. I don't have the 3/8 by female, so just rather buy and leave it the way it is than waste parts for no reason. There's a waste of money. When people do this, whenever you go in the shop and they do you this, and as you have like a serious emergency, you're gonna waste $50 on a $15 part, you know. So unless you have no choice, the only way you do it, and then you buy it online, and then you swap them up later. We're gonna do part 2, finish up with the gauges. The other video on YouTube is second long. Based on the diagram, to add the hour meters, I gotta follow this one, right? So there it goes over there, you see it? Because I didn't know where was the cutoff ignition switch. And that cable is this cable. You see, when you pull it? So I gotta connect the hours meter here. Now, I don't wanna put too much wires next to this. That's important. So I guess I'm just gonna go there. And definitely I can't put a fuse on the hours meter because it could interrupt the starting. So I guess I'm gonna put it here, right here in the bottom. All right, let's get started. Oh yeah, let me show you which one is the one that I bought. It has to be 80 volts in order it to work. So if it's not 80 volts, it won't work. See, got it off eBay. I don't have a marker, so I gotta work with what I have. We're gonna do part 2, finish up with the gauges. Ignition switch goes all the way around there. I'm gonna test it out first. Oh, forgot how. I'm gonna do that right now. Well, let me show you the wires. The reason I haven't plugged it in because the clock itself doesn't have a positive negative, so I gotta test it out. Comes there. It works. I was having my doubts. There's the cable. Alright, so that's done. I'm gonna put everything together. I'm just gonna put the thing on. gonna do part 2, finish up with the gauges. The other video on YouTube is taking long, but I guess I'm gonna do it in the computer. I hope. I'm gonna add this later because the engine's hot. It was open, so I don't think air is supposed to fall in it. It says half a bottle. Right now I have half a bottle. I was testing it. 4 gallons use half a bottle. I gotta find out how many gallons it has. But yeah, 15 to 30 minutes. If leaks continue, second engine, 15 to 30 minutes. If the leaks continue, right. But I'm gonna get a new one. I don't think so. Anyways, if I'm gonna add this, I'm gonna flush the engine. That engine is, the coolant was gray last time I checked. So I gotta check where I have green coolant, how many green coolants I have. Found out why it was shaking. I was like, bro, why this thing is loose? Whoever was the mechanic, I don't know how this thing is actually, you see? So I guess last time it wasn't shaking, but since I used it, so this was holding this. See those little brackets? This thing has to be up. So to fix all that, I gotta take all this out, find out. But this is plastic. I don't know why. Oh look, there's the metal bracket, but that's all the way there. I have no idea. But this is what holds the radiator, and I guess that the shaking is what caused it to leak over here. Well, I'm gonna diagnose that next week. I'm done for today. And yep, that's it. Done deal. Look at the water. This ain't just happened. Alright, man, I gotta close. I don't want to spend all day. So what happened is I went online, and this radiator looked like he got it rebuilt. I always knew it was weird that this thing was loose and it was scraping. So it's missing like a layer or wall where you can bolt here. You see here? And it's just in the air. This thing is hanging right here in the plastic. So it's leaking from here. I mean, it's unfortunately whoever rebuilt it did that mistake. But it's missing the holder. So this thing, since the vibration messed it up, I think I'm gonna get another one. I forgot how to read radiators. I don't even know how many rolls, how thick is it. Because even though I could stop the leak on this one, eventually it's gonna happen because the scraping thing, that's not good. A radiator is supposed to stay still. So even though I would have fixed it, it's not worth it. It was still gonna break down. So this radiator has to go. Gonna fix this next week. Gonna hammer it. It's too late already. But that's the final. Well, it's not final. I still need the cooling system. Then from there, I'm just gonna add the covers. So far, looks good. And the radiator doesn't have bracket. I already double checked. So I'm gonna order a new one before doing more work to it. And I gotta find out the specs. I forgot how to read radiator. So for now, I'm just gonna add the covers. That's it. The fuel tank, I'm still confused with the ohms, but it is installed. Everything's good inside, so let's see.